We're live. We made it
Hey
through another week.
guys. Barely, but we're here. I'm a little under the weather, so don't mind me if he does more talking than me.
How many films did we catch this week?
Have we caught this week?
Catched.
We did not catch anything. A lot, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Well, because it's really 2 weeks worth. We didn't go live last Sunday because
that's
we were
right.
traveling back from North Carolina. So we've got 2 weeks worth of goodies
Forgot
for
about
you.
that, yeah.
All right. So the first one was a request by my kids, Robots from 2005.
The only prominent voice that I'm aware of in this one is Robin Williams.
Yeah.
I could not tell you who the rest of the cast was.
Yeah. Robin Williams is a big one in this one.
Was this you remember this was a Disney film?
Ewan McGregor, Halle Berry, Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks. Wow.
Paula Abdul, Lucille Bliss, Terry Bradshaw. A lot of big names. Amanda Bynes.
Brian.
Drew Carey. So lots of big names in this movie, actually. So this one is about a community of robots. And as they grow and mature, they have to get new parts to accommodate their growth, kind of like we get new clothes. They get new parts.
New parts, yeah.
They have specific jobs that they do. So the main father in the story was a dishwasher, and so his stomach opens up and he can wash dishes, and so that was his career.
I thought this movie in general was pretty good at coming up with ways to make things funny about what if the world were just made of robots.
Yeah, so like and then said, of course there was an enemy force that was created, updated robots that were going to outdate all the other robots, and they were not good, and so then it was kind of this battle between the good robots and the bad robots, and
babies were not born; they came.
They were delivered.
They were delivered
and had to be put together.
That's right. Yeah. So did they start out small?
Mm-hmm.
They started out small, right? So
they had to get parts, and it showed the one boy robot as he got older. He got hand-me-down parts because his family was poor. And he got his girl cousin's hand-me-down parts when he was a teenager. So he did not enjoy that very much because it had, like a dress and corsety looking.
and then there was the aunt with the big butt.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh, yeah. Right. So it's a fun kids movie. It didn't really have anything to do with school, which was what our theme was. But I mean, I guess growing up over time, that the robots didn't really go to school that I recall. They kind of learned, I guess, training on the job for whatever they enjoyed doing.
So I guess that is similar to a B movie. Everybody had a fixed responsibility.
Yeah.
In that one, nobody really went to school. Everybody had a certain role within the colony. Yeah. And I guess with everybody being a robot, everybody has specific jobs to do, and that's how they made the world go round.
And that round and around.
It was funny.
It was funny.
I think
it's a cute movie.
Robin Williams, took center stage on this one. He's just a very animated guy, even as a voice actor. His personality comes through. He's great.
Yeah, I miss him.
He's great.
He was a great actor. We'll never have another actor like him. He was just one of a kind. But all right. So rating robots. What would you rate it?
Probably give it a 7.5.
I agree. I would give it that as well. It's a good kids movie. I remember seeing it years and years ago, and then pulling it back up and watching it again was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What year did you say?
2005.
2000. Wow.
So that was Robots from 2005.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's a long time ago, though.
All right. We watched a lot of older ones this time. The next
what all
one,
the good movies were.
Yeah, that's true. The next one was even older, Save the Last Dance from 2001.
Man, I didn't even graduate yet.
From college?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, me neither. All right, so this was about high school kids, and the main character was a dancer, and she lived with her mother. Her mother was busy trying to support
right.
them, and she asked her to come to her recital. The mother tried to get to the recital, was in a car accident, and died.
Like that.
So it's kind of the story about this girl moving in with her dad then and trying to figure out new things in a now poor neighborhood where it's very different scene from what she was used to growing up in.
You remember that part in Tommy Boy where Chris Farley picks up those really expensive model cars in that guy's desk, and he starts.
Yeah.
Mom got into an accident.
Yeah, that really has nothing to do with
car accident.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's pretty good.
It is.
It's a good movie. There's conflict within friends, and guy girl trying to get to know each other, and then the conflict with the daughter father conflict. The father's been out of her life for quite some time now, so
there was some reconciliation there within the dating relationships, the friendships, and with her father. So in the end, it all turned out okay, but it wasn't the life she had planned. So it was she kind of had to figure out how to cope with all the changes.
Yeah. And I like how there's a few values in here. It shows what happens if you take the wrong path. Like that one guy's friend who just wanted to stay in that gang culture, and they're always going after each other,
until they end up in jail or dead.
Yeah. And then the one main actor he took the better path. He went to go get educated,
to be successful.
Yeah. And there was race was an issue in there, but then those conflicts got resolved in the end. They had an understanding of each other, saying, "Oh, there's really no hatred here."
Yeah.
Everybody's got their issues. So I like how they featured the dance. That's always entertaining to watch.
Watching dance movies.
That's a really cool. They weave that into the story pretty good.
Yeah. So it was a lot of fun to watch. I've seen it a million times. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. So of course I rate it higher. I would probably rate it 8.5.
Yeah, I would say an 8. It's pretty rewatchable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that was Save the Last Dance from 2001. The next one, I had kind of been browsing Netflix and came across this one, and it sounded like it was going to be good, but I wasn't sure because it was sportsy. But it was actually really, really good. So it was called 23 Blast from 2014.
You know what really sportsy one, now that we're talking about football, that we haven't watched, but people keep talking about it, is Rudy. I haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
You? Oh, you have seen it.
It's from the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's good. But this one is good too.
It's really good. Yeah, it was a good find.
You want to talk about this one?
Wasn't this one listed as Netflix current top movies?
Yeah, it was the top rated movie that day that I was searching. So
I feel like that's just that top 10 that Netflix has up there is just made by some random seed generator.
Well, it's actually, you can rate the movies on Netflix as you watch them and put thumbs up or thumbs down. So that's
based on that.
Based on customer ratings.
Do you rate the movies on Netflix?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Sometimes. I forgot that day.
Yeah.
I need to go back and do that. But
so like we said, this one was a good find. The focus is on this one high school student that plays football, just eats, sleeps, and breathes football, and then he's washing his face one morning or evening and noticed that it almost looks like he had an allergic reaction. His eyes were puffed up, and he alerted his parents about it. They went to the hospital, and next thing you know, you find out he's got this infection, and
a serious bacterial infection in his sinus. So they went in to investigate into his sinuses, put him under, and went in and when they brought him back out after the surgery, they had to tell the parents that they had to cut the infected area out because it was so severe. Antibiotics weren't working. So they ended up having to cut his ocular nerve in his eyes. So he was going to be completely blind.
So imagine just, having seen all your life and then you're not sure what's going on. And then the next thing you know, when you regain consciousness, you just can't see anything.
You go to sleep and you can see, and you wake up and you can't see.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh
my God, the chills.
I guess, the same thing can happen with, maybe something had to get amputated and, you woke up without a limb or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of one of those medical things that you just can't, there's not much you can do about it. If you need it to survive, then you need it to survive.
Yeah. And those things, your life can change in an instant. And so it showed his growing pains of being blind, and he dealt with some, I think what a lot of people would deal with is just the grasping of reality. So he just kind of hung out in his room for a couple months.
Depressed. I mean, he was depressed. Yeah. He needed his friends to come snap him out of it. And it was actually a girl. Of course, it was a girl. A girl that came and snapped him out of it and got him to leave his room and go out and learn. And he started going back out and watching football. And then he was just so very talented. They decided to try to get him to
this coach had
play
a vision.
Football blind.
Coach had a vision for him because he could tell that he was just the coach would see him watching the games, even though he couldn't see them anymore.
He was kind of coaching from the sidelines. The kid was.
Really?
He was calling out plays just by hearing what was going on.
Oh.
So super talented kid.
So coach put him in. There was a little bit of reluctance from some of his teammates, especially.
And you have to watch to find out what happens. So we're not going to give the rest. No more spoilers. So really, really, really good movie. It had really good values in it. So
yeah, it
definitely check out 23 Blast from 2014. I was kind of surprised it was that old already, 10 years old. And this is the first time I'd heard of it.
And then now it's on Netflix's, or made Netflix's list for everybody to see.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
So nice gem in their collection. I would probably give it
I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, okay. I was going to say 8.5.
I thought it was really good.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that was 23 Blasts from 2014. Give it a watch. The next one, I don't know if you didn't watch this one with me. This one was during Craft Weekend. So I had Craft Weekend. So me and the ladies always pick some movies off of Netflix that look interesting. So let me see if I can. So those movies I kind of half watch and I'm half crafting. So I don't always get the full gist of the movies, but this one is called How Do You Know from 2010. So it's basically about this girl who ends up in this love triangle. She has Owen Williams, which he's an annoying part in this movie. I'm not going to lie. Owen Wilson and Paul Rudd. Those two and Reese Witherspoon are kind of this love triangle that's going on in the story. She thinks she loves one, but she realizes he's not really patient. He's not really true to her, that he's kind of a wild child deal. And she runs into Paul Rudd's character, and he's kind of the opposite. He's patient and he's kind and understanding, and he gets her. So she realizes, even though she's been with the other guy for so long, Ian Wilson's character, she realizes that that's not really who she loves. She loves the patient and kind one who gets her.
One of those movies.
So it has nothing to do with school, of course, because that's not what we base our movie choices on when we're crafting.
Is this a romantic comedy?
It is. It's a rom-com. Yeah. Anything with Ian Wilson in it is, well, anything but that one movie we watched.
Which is it on? Is it on the list?
I was going to ask.
Okay.
If not, we'll throw it on there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I like Reese Witherspoon. I enjoy watching movies with her in it. So that would probably make me rate it higher because she's really good. Wilson is kind of annoying to me in movies.
Owen Wilson is?
Yeah. So he's not my favorite character.
Was he annoying in Meet the Parents?
Yeah. He's just kind of that annoying character. But anyway, I would probably rate this one a 7 out of 10. It was good. It was worth the watch once.
Once. Oh, okay. That's good to know.
I don't know.
That's good to know.
I might pick it again. It was decent. It was good. So that was How Do You Know from 2010. All right, let me get back to our list. Whoa. I hate how when I click on the movie, I have to go all the way back down the list.
That's dumb.
You're dumb. Okay, the next one I watched on Craft Night also, Midnight Sun from 2018. What?
I didn't see it.
No, you didn't, but it was really good.
It was a good one?
Yes. It was about this girl who suffers from a condition where she's literally allergic to the sunlight. So there
was a house episode about
and I forget what the medical term for that is, but she was diagnosed at birth at birth. And it was literally where if she was exposed to the sun, she would instantly get cancer and die.
Get cancer, solar phobia.
So it wasn't called that. Xenophobia or
xenomorphobia.
But her house had specialized windows that were darkened. She could only come out at night then. No, she was not a vampire. This was not a vampire movie. She was just a teenage girl trying to have a life. She lived alone with her dad. Her mom had died from a car accident when she was younger. So it was just her and her dad. Her dad homeschooled her, of course, because she can't go out during the day and there's no schools at night. So he had to homeschool her. She had a friend who, as a young child, realized her condition and befriended her. And so this one friend would come over every day and they would hang out together. So she had this special friend. When she was a teenager, decided to take her out at night. So they would go out together at night. And of course, that's when she meets a boy.
Uh-oh.
So she goes and hangs out with the boy for a while. One night, though, they fall asleep outside and wake up, and it's almost 5 o'clock in the morning. So the sun starts coming up.
Did she?
So she was exposed to. They raced to get her home, but she was exposed to the sun, and it triggered a chemical reaction in her brain, which then was causing her to die very quickly.
Oh, wow.
So her last dying wish was to go out onto a sailboat in the middle of the day. And he happened to have a sailboat that he was selling and had to deliver. And so that was the day they chose to go out. And she died. So it was kind of a sad story.
Was was a slow, painful death, or how did she die? I mean,
it didn't really show.
Okay.
That part, but you knew. I mean, you could see her face changing, and you could see darkened circles around her eyes, and her face getting pale, and blotches showed up on her skin.
What a way to go! But I guess if the last thing you saw was the sunset or something,
and she never got to see sunrise, sunset ever.
And this was
her first and last time that she got to see it, and that was kind of her dying wish. So that was how she chose to go out. She went out with a bang, in her opinion.
And she was a teenager when what she did. Wow.
And so then it shows some more story that happens with the people she left behind and all of that. It was really a really good movie. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10.
Was it based on a true story?
I am not sure about that. Not that it lists. It doesn't list that. So
sure, there's got to be some people in the world like that. Figured out a way to live. That's crazy. Could be like Blade and just put sunblock on and go outside.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say that it was based off of a true story.
I guess.
Anyway, it was really good. So that was Midnight Sun from 2018. Then the next one is the other Ian Wilson one. Owen. Why do I always get his name wrong?
Wonder? Is it called Wonder?
Wonder. from 2017. So I've been wanting to watch this one for a really, really long time. I don't know why I waited so long to watch it. It was really good. It's about this boy who was born with visible deformities, had to go through 27 surgeries in his life to be able to see and hear and function as a normal child would.
Oh, really?
And
missed that part.
So when he was entering middle school, which I guess for them was 5th grade, his mother decided that would be the best time to enroll him in school. Previously, she had homeschooled him. So she enrolled him in school, and it kind of showed his struggles in getting accepted with the way he looked at his school.
And
so
he has a sister. He had a sister.
Yeah. So it showed a lot of kind of the trauma he went through from the other kids, how mean they were, just by how he looked. But in the end, he ended up with some true friends that stuck by him and realized that he was more than just his looks, that he was a really good kid. And he actually won an award from the school at their graduation.
There was a science fair, I think.
No, it was an overall award for being an excellent kid.
There was a real big contrast in characters in this film. There are some true villains in this film who happen to be the parents of this one bully.
Oh, yeah, they were terrible.
One thing that caught my attention was his sister, who would sometimes get jealous because her little brother,
he would get all the attention.
He's getting all the attention because he's going through a lot and he's a lot younger. But she faced him with some real truth that he's not the only one having a bad day. However, he came back with that his bad days are not the same as hers. But then she came back again saying that if you want, I can't remember what she said, but it was put really well. But
there was some back and forth there, and they had an understanding about each other after that.
But she essentially laid down a couple, if you want to get ahead in life, that these are the rules that you have to live by pretty much. And that the world's a hard place and you just have to thrive in it and deal with it. So that was really neat. But it was a cool brother-sister moment when he was really down and didn't want to go trick-or-treating,
which was his favorite holiday because he could dress up and no one would look different at him.
And she got him to go out.
Yeah.
Good movie.
It was a very, very good movie.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I give it an 8.
All right. There you have it. That's Wonder from 2017. The next one is Rescued by Ruby.
Oh.
I don't think you saw that one either.
Bummer.
It was really good. That was from 2022. This one is about I want to say he's Canadian state trooper who wants to be a canine unit. So he wanted to be a canine trooper his whole life, basically, and he kept getting denied. He was finally given the shot to try out, and of course had struggles finding. He was not a rich guy, so he couldn't afford a golden retriever, a German Shepherd. So he went to the local pound and he adopted a my brain is fried. A German Shepherd Border Collie mix.
Ooh.
And this dog was a trouble dog. He had been returned by every family that had tried to previously adopt him. He was set to be euthanized because he was deemed unadoptable. And this guy took a chance on him her name is Ruby. So he took her, realized that she was a pain in the butt. And they went through their struggles. They tried to do dog training. They were kicked out of dog training. They tried all of these things. And then finally his wife says to him that the dog was just like him. They needed special people in their life with specialized training because they think differently than most people.
This reminds me of, this sounds like Dog.
It's different than Dog.
It's different than Dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he realizes that's true, and he starts training the dog in a different way that's more personalized to the dog, and starts using things that he went back to the shelter and asked the head of the shelter, what triggers him, what makes him happy, what makes him tick. And she said the specific kind of dog bone. So he went and got this dog bone then and started training her with that. And that worked. They tried out for the force, and she was phenomenal at it. She was able to sniff out everything she was assigned to sniff out. But there was this one job, she sniffed it out. He didn't see, so she sniffed out a body. He didn't see the body and said, it's not there. She's wrong. And so she gets upset and she runs away. The dog runs away. The chief calls and says, we found the body where Ruby said it was, 3 feet under cement.
Wow.
So she was able to sniff the body out under 3 feet of cement. So he realized how phenomenal of a dog she was. And so, of course, he went to find her, and they together got a call and were able to save a boy who ended up being the shelter worker's son.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of went full circle.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool story. I think this one, I'm going to say this one was based off of a true story. Let me see if it says anything about it here.
It's always cool to see.
Yes, the original dog's name was Bear.
It's cool to see movies inspired by true stories.
Yeah, so this one was. It was really, really, really good movie. I would give this one a 9 out of 10. I thought it was really, really good.
Nice.
IMDb rates it a 7.2 out of 10. So that's a pretty high rating.
Was it a reference from somebody, or were you
No,
browsing?
we just found it at Craft Night.
Oh, okay.
We stumbled across some pretty good movies. So that was Rescued by Ruby from 2022. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah. So I've rated it before, but my girls wanted to watch Barbie. So we rented Barbie, and it was as terrible as the first time I watched it. To me, very feministic, very much anti-guy. Girls should rule the world kind of nonsense.
You know who enjoyed it?
Who?
Michael Knowles.
Seriously?
But the rest of the crew did not like it. What a weirdo.
What did he like about it?
He had an interesting take that I cannot articulate. You'd have to just watch his show.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to go back and watch
to see what he says about it.
Okay, send me the link.
It's an interesting take.
I mean, it's okay. And the girls saw it in a different light than me. I saw all the adult content in it. They only saw the Barbie aspect of it. So, kids, when they're watching something, they don't get all those details until much, much, much later when they're a lot older. So, anyway, I'm not going to rate that one because that one wasn't on our list or anything like that. And we've rated it before. So if you want to hear what we thought about Barbie, you can go back and find it. It was on one of our Tuesday night reviews. So it was a feature review. So go back in our...
Oh, that's right. Yep.
In our links and find that one. We could maybe put it in the links below. So check it out. And then auto playing after that was Mean Girls, the new Mean Girls from 2024.
Terrible.
Y'all, it was terrible. The original one was with Lindsay Lohan, and it was good. It was good. It had its indecent parts in it, but overall, it was a good teen flick. This was raunchy, completely raunchy, over the top, just boobs out everywhere, language all over the place. It was terrible.
That's accurate. That's
terrible.
It's from 2024.
2024.
So that's about where we are. When was Mean Girls?
Ugh.
The early 2000s, maybe?
Yeah. I don't know. This one was so bad.
Times have changed.
So bad. I would give it a 1 out of 10. It was so, so bad.
Give it a half.
It probably earned a 1. I finished it, but I wondered why I was continuing to watch it. It was so terribly bad.
Not surprised. It's too bad that they tore up a good thing.
They totally ruined it. And they made it into a musical.
I wonder if Lindsay Lohan wanted to even be a part of it.
She was in it.
I know. I wonder if she wanted to be a part of it or if she thought, man, this is dumb.
She was a different character in it.
Okay.
She was in the Math Geeks scene.
Oh, because was she a mathlete in the original?
Yes.
She was.
So she was one of the judges or the announcer for
Okay.
the mathlete.
Well, that's fitting.
One.
Yeah.
But yeah, terrible remake. They totally butchered it. It was awful. So that was Mean Girls 2024. I do not recommend it. Watch it at your own risk. Do not watch it with children. It is not suitable for small or probably even teenage eyes. So
maybe just don't
so
watch
bad.
it. Just watch something else.
Yeah. All right. So that was our movie lineup this week. So that was quite a bit. We got through quite a lot of movies.
Watch Alien.
So the total
Romulus
lineup
instead.
was Robots from 2005, Save the Last Dance from 2001, 23 Blasts from 2014, How Do You Know from 2010, Midnight Sun from 2018, Wonder from 2017, Rescued by Ruby from 2022, and Mean Girls from 2024.
What's your favorite from this week?
Oh, that's a tough one. There were so many good ones.
Just from this week.
23 Blast.
Oh, that was my favorite too. Yeah, I had a smaller selection to pull from because I didn't see all of them, but that one was really good.
Yeah, probably second would be the Rescued by Ruby. That was good. So anyway, check those movies out if you dare, and let us know what you think of them. Put in the comments if you agree with our ratings on those movies or what you thought of them. We'd love to hear from you. And then Tuesday, check out Tuesday's movie. It's a completely different style of movie.
I can't remember what you'll have to tell me afterwards. And then what Tuesday?
We just watched it today.
My memory's so bad.
Are you serious? We just finished the movie with our son. Anyway, we start September theme movies is fabulous female actors. So movies with fabulous female actors is the theme for this month. So that could be any genre, any style of movie, but it's going to feature a female actor.
Ooh.
I know, that opens it up a lot, doesn't it?
Resident Evil.
I knew you were going to go there. But remember, October is Halloween. So what? You would say it out loud.
Predator.
No.
There's no female in that movie.
No female.
Oh,
my word, no. Okay, so be on the watch for female-related movies starting next week.
And I was jotting down some notes for some Friday faves, so hopefully we'll get back those into the mix.
I still have my idea that we need to get together. So, so we've got some good stuff, good content coming up for you. I think we're going to try to revive the blog also. So if you want to jump on and check out the blog as well, once we get that going, we've got 3 writers for that. So, some new fun things coming in the works.
Yep. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Over a year. I think this Tuesday is going to be episode 82. So we're nearing 100.
That's awesome.
Yep.
All right. So thanks guys for giving us a watch. Like and subscribe. We got 2 new subscribers this week. We're really excited about that. So just share with your friends and hit that subscribe button.
See you guys pretty soon.
Bye. What?